Welcome to another episode of Until It's Done, a devoted podcast. I'm your host, Dana Lynn Kay, and I have a special guest in the studio today, Dr. Ashley Steinberg. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm so excited that we made this work.
Yes, like this is we were making plans for this like months ago.
Like a year and a half ago.
Multiple months. Yes. Yeah, you're visiting from Houston.
Yeah, Houston, Texas. Yes.
Okay, so Ashley and I met at an event. That was probably almost 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, it was a year and a half ago. I think last May, right?
Was it last May? Anyway, it was like an event in Orlando, and my company was like one of the title sponsors, and then you were there because it did have to do with like nutrition, plastic surgery, like it was like a whole thing. And then you and I hit it off. We were chatting, and then like we made like an escape, like because like once we were done with our part, like we didn't really have to hang out.
Well, I thought I was done with my part. Remember?
Yes. So we went to like go like climb. We're like, want to go climb rocks? Want to rock climb? And I had never done it before. And you were like, yeah, I'll show you the ropes. And it was interesting. I would have liked it if I didn't have like claws.
The nails. So I'm guessing you haven't done it since
No, because it ripped off a claw and it left me feeling some kind of way.
Yeah.
It's like
I don't have any nails.
No, rock climbing is it's amazing. I actually feel like I'd be really good at it if I didn't have the claws. But when you're trying to grip, which is wild because like mountain lions, I'm sure have like really good claws, but like no, like for that type, you're not digging into the side of a real mountain. So it's like I did not get a good handle because I had maybe it's a not much, but there's a good amount of nail.
I'll be honest, I haven't gone since then either.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to like explain myself. I'm like, well, because
no, I was doing it so often, and now I'm kind of a different fitness regimen. I need to switch it up though. I need to go back.
Okay, so I want to hear about your fitness regimen. So in this episode, we are going to talk. I'm going to ask Ashley like some plastic surgery things that like I'm sure a lot of you out there want to know. If you don't follow Ashley on social media, she's always showing like a funny side of her job as a plastic surgeon and some of the procedures that she does, and
my favorite snacks.
And your favorite, of course, which go hand in hand with plastic surgery.
Right.
Exactly. So, and then also, so Ashley and I had hit it off because then she brought Devotion products into her practice for her patients, right?
Yes, I love it. I get so excited about I give every patient who has surgery with me probably 2 of the trial packets of the protein, and then I give them the hydration as well because most of my patients are weight loss patients, and we do recommend 100 grams of protein per day leading up to surgery and afterwards for healing. So I tell them, this is one of my favorites. I love it. Try this. And then hydration is a big deal too, because people just don't feel like eating and drinking and they don't realize the importance of it. So it's like a good kickstart. So every patient gets a recovery kit with, I tell them, everything. It's a bag that has everything you need, so you don't even have to think.
Right. Yeah, because first of all, after you have plastic surgery, that's not the time to start figuring things out. No. You have to be totally prepared. I've certainly had my share of plastic surgery, and I know that. I had to. It was the preparation was what made the recovery that much easier. Not that plastic surgery recovery is always easy. There's some harder than, when we'll talk about that. But having your plan, pre-making protein snacks or things, or sometimes you just don't even have an appetite. So to know like kind of what the game plan is beforehand. And then hydration is so important too. So like the HydroFlex is a good way to get in the water.
I can't drink water.
Plain, same.
I can't drink water. I get made fun of so much. I cannot. If I have to drink water, I will die. Yeah. If there's no flavored water, I will die of dehydration. But somehow I can drink 100 ounces if it has flavor.
If it has flavor. No, it really does get it down. I'll have a whole jug on my counter of water, and if it has nothing in it, it'll sit there. But then if I put in the flavor, all of a sudden it's just palatable and I can just pound it down. And that was the whole point. And that's kind of like with my company, it's getting in your protein, getting in your hydration, like all the things that we talk about with a healthy lifestyle, but it's like sounds easier than it is a lot of times, because then it's like kind of Groundhog Day. Like every day you're waking up and you're like, I gotta get the water in again. I gotta get the protein.
Well, that's why I'm making it fun. And then, now on social media with all of the people, I feel like, well, maybe my social media is all protein recipes.
Yeah,
I even sent you that one girl that I like, that I was like, I follow her. She uses Devotion in all of her stuff.
Yeah.
And she like tests everybody's protein recipes to be like, are they lying? Does it taste like shit? Let me try it and tell you if like it actually tastes good. So then I follow her.
Yes.
And she does most of her baking with Devotion because it's whey casein, right?
Yes.
So
it's a blend, which is
so good for baking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which really does help. Like we were saying, after surgery, if like you have things pre-baked, I would do that, because after surgery, depending on how much help you have, I mean, sometimes when I had my surgeries, because I had already had 3 kids, like everybody was just trying to take care of the kids, and I was kind of, like I was getting help, but it was really like, for me, it was like, hey, could you just bring me something? Like, I just need to eat something. So if everything was pre-made, or if somebody could just make me an easy shake or just like a pudding, and I could get in some food, it was like, fine, we just need to keep it simple.
Yeah, or else you're going to get like takeout, or like a can of soup or something that has a lot of sodium, a lot of calories, like things that are not going to help you. But that was the whole point of like giving it to people and being like, hey, start it now.
Yeah.
And I give it, they see me 2 to 3 weeks before the surgery. So it like
to go over everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's awesome. And I'm so happy that you and I connected and that it's part of your practice. I want to continue getting it in, the hands of the right doctors and people, which we have. We have a lot of like nutritionists and people who recommend it for even before bariatric surgery and then post. So, which I know. So that's how we connected. It was at a bariatric event. Plastic surgery. How did you know you wanted to go into plastic surgery?
Like a cliche, yeah, forever.
Okay.
The story I always tell, which is like, a lot of truth is said in jest, but I mean, I used to watch Nip Tuck and I was like, I'm going to be Christian Troy. Like, I'm going to walk around in fancy clothes and a fancy car and everybody's going to want to be me and just do all of these cool things. And then, you see, like, I also wanted to be a CSI. I would watch
me too.
I wanted to do all of these things, but then I was exposed to plastic surgery when I was 16. I watched a surgery. I was allowed to go into the operating room, watch a surgery.
Oh, wow.
And then it was a tummy tuck, I remember, and I can see it when I close my eyes. And I remember him closing it up and seeing the before and after happen in front of your eyes with like you being able to do it. So it's that immediate gratification of like, I just did that and changed her life, and she's going to feel so much better about herself. Turns out, like I always say, is I think immediate gratification, the only person that gets immediate gratification is a surgeon, because I see it on the table, and then y'all go through shit for like 2 to 6 weeks.
With the swelling and all the drains and the mess.
I tell my patients, you will hate me for 2 weeks. Yeah. That's okay. Your emotions are going to go crazy. Yeah. You're going to wish you never did this.
Because it looks like a mess afterwards.
Yeah, you get on the scale even though I told you not to, and you gain 15 pounds because swelling and fluid, and you're bruised and you have drains and everything hurts and you wish you never did it and all that stuff. So, I thought I was going into it to get these patients being like, oh my God, thank you so much. And no, that's not how it goes.
And they ride off on the horse into the sunset looking perfect.
No. It takes about 6 weeks to 3 months before they come in and they're like, yeah, this is the best thing. When can we do the next thing? Although I did just have one patient at her 1 week follow-up who's like, this is so amazing. I look so good. Look at everything. And I was like, what? Are you okay? And she was like, no, I'm fine. I haven't even taken a tramadol. I'm great. Everything's great. And I was like, can I record this?
Wow. Was she recovering better than others, or is she just?
Yeah, she had a lot of surgery. She had a full tummy tuck, breast lift, and augmentation. Wow. And she's just. I try to prepare people. Like, you try to tell people, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is how you're going to feel. Yeah. I think she was just really well prepared, not just by me, but sometimes just reading on Reddit. And Reddit is a really good resource for everything.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's a dark, deep hole.
It's dirty. Like, there's a lot of dirty stuff on Reddit.
There's some bad stuff.
I've said some.
There's good stuff. I mean, don't search your name.
No.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
My name's on there.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, I mean, for better, for worse, becoming some sort of public figure minus public, like very low. But, in Houston, being a plastic surgeon, there's a small group of us, but there are whole plastic surgery Reddits, and there are specific Reddits for specific procedures.
Oh, wow.
So, labiaplasty surgery. I actually tell my patients when they're getting a labiaplasty, I'm like, can you just go on that Reddit? Because people will post their pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll post like, look at me 2 days later. I look and I'm bad. Like, and I'm like, here, that's actually realistic. Can you look at that and understand that's how you're going to look in 2 days?
Right.
But that's not how you're going to look.
Right. Because it's like you see the before and then you see the after, and you're expecting that's just like immediately after. It's not. Like there's a lot of healing that has to go before you get to that point. So are there any procedures that you don't do? Let's first start with that. What don't you do?
So I told myself about my third year of practice that if I don't think I do something better than like 90% of the people in my area, I shouldn't do it. Because if I'm not going to send my best friend, my mom, my sister to me for that procedure, then I don't want to do it for somebody else's mom or sister or best friend, right?
Yeah.
So that became rhinoplasty and facelift. And I've done them and I've done fine, know. But there are facial plastic surgeons in the area that do amazing jobs. Houston's a huge market. There are people who specialize in that. And I was not getting like all of the tingly feels that I get from doing like complex breast surgery or mommy makeovers or something like that. I was getting the just my butthole clenched the entire time, wondering like, are they gonna love it? Is it gonna be okay? Is this gonna be okay? Is everything okay?
Yeah,
and
that's
like
nerve-wracking.
Quiet in the OR, and that's so the opposite of me. I want all the noise and all of the music, and I want everybody to talk and tell me what they think and how their weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I'm like in this quiet, sterile OR, wondering like, is this gonna be okay? Is she gonna like it? Is it you know what I mean?
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah. So I just stopped doing that. I guess otoplasty, so ear pinning was something I did a lot in the beginning.
Okay.
And then just stopped doing that.
Okay.
But everything else I do.
Okay. Do you do butt implants? The people want to know.
Like the actual butt implants, no, but there are some coming out from one of the new implant brands, Motiva. I'm thinking that they're going to be coming out in the next few years. Their implants, and they have a minimally invasive technique of placing them. I would maybe reconsider. But at this point, no, I don't do butt implants.
Okay. What do you do to the butt? What butt stuff do you do?
You want to get into butt stuff?
Yeah, I mean, just we can ease into it.
Private or like my private life or my public visit? Like what?
No, like to a paying patient. If somebody's paying for you to play with their butt to augment their butt.
Depends how much you pay me, because there's a few things I would do. Yeah, whatever. But butt stuff's a big topic.
Yeah. That's why.
Butt augmentation. Basically everything else. So BBLs, but I don't love them, but I do them. And then like a posterior body lift, which is where you kind of have that, I call it a dirty diaper butt from weight loss, where at the bottom they've got that like skin, like
right.
I don't know if you know what I mean.
No, I know the heaviness underneath. Yeah.
So the posterior body lift, where it's just like a lift, there's an incision there, and then there's an auto augmentation of the buttocks that I've done a couple of times. It's not my favorite. It's where instead of cutting that skin out for that butt lift, you leave it there and you bring the skin over top, and you use your own tissue to augment only the top of the buttock, and then you can add fat and stuff to it. But I also do Ovally, which is the cellulite reduction treatment.
Okay.
For the butt. So a lot of people, a BBL is not going to get rid of cellulite, and cellulite is genetic. So someone as thin as you can have cellulite, and very large people cannot have cellulite. It's all genetics. So I do that procedure as well, and that can be comboed with anything.
So the butt stuff, I mean, that to me, the more aggressive stuff is like so trendy. Where it's like when people wanted, like, I think there's nothing wrong with a nice butt. I think it's like everyone deserves a nice butt if that's something that you want. But there was a point, and I don't know if it's ended. I feel like there's a shift where people were like going like way past what an attractive butt should look like. Like I like a nice firm round butt, very nice, looks nice in jeans. You line up what, but then like people were doing things where it's like the butt implants and like what their expectations were just like they didn't even look human.
I think it's going away, thank God, because I am so not into that. Like
Same.
I'm also, everybody has their own aesthetic, and it's not fair for me to place mine on someone else's. And I will do what the patient wants, and I will give them the risks and the benefit profile and say, okay, if you want to do this, like here are the risks of it. Okay, but you still want to do it, that's fine. I'm not going to tell them I don't do it.
Right.
I won't do, if it's not safe, I'm not going to do it.
But have you ever been like I know I just really can't do that to you. Like I feel like I'm mutilating you. Like some of these doctors, and I want to know because I have like girlfriends. We send each other like these like crazy plastic surgery like result, and we're like, some plastic surgeon thought that was okay. Like some of these crazy like cat eye procedures or some of these, and I'm like. And in the comments, people say like this person's license should be taken away. Like, do you ever say like, look, that's just not in my comfort zone. Like, I'm not making you look like a cat. Like, I'm not.
Well, yeah. For breast specifically, there are new implants on the market that are FDA approved for reconstruction that go up to, I don't even know what they go up to, but they are huge, like 1,800 cc's for breast reconstruction because those people lost their breast tissue. So they need that, right? Yeah. So they're being used off-label for augmentation as well. You can also take a saline implant and overfill it.
Sure.
But I won't do that.
Yeah.
I've had patients who, like I have a patient who I have the biggest implant in, and I still think and I told her, we're going to put in this implant and here are your risks. Bottoming out, which is like a huge risk of like having it fall down because your tissue can't support it, or, all of the risks that we'll still do it. And then she still wants bigger. And I'm like, no.
Yeah. Like, no.
You can go and I tell people, you can go to somebody else. They may say yes to you, and that's fine. Here are the risks, and here's why I don't do it. And it's okay if you don't go with me. Like I'll be okay.
Yeah.
You can get second opinions on stuff. I want to be able to sleep at night.
Yeah. And that's your work walking around.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, there are going to be people who are like, oh, who's your doctor? And then it's like, oh, like she's your walking billboard.
Exactly. So yes.
And then you don't want to be known to be that doctor that you could go to and ask anything and it's outrageous. These people, like these outrageous people coming to you.
People are known, and that's what they become known for.
Yep.
Like those doctors.
Like if you want G boobs, like go to this one.
Yeah.
It's like,
if you're overweight and nobody else will operate on you, this person, you know what I mean? Like where some patients will come to me and I'll say, hey, your BMI is 40. I appreciate that you're trying to lose weight. Would you consider weight loss surgery? Would you consider this weight loss medication? I think you'd have a much better result. I don't want to take your money if to give you a subpar result and then have you have way higher risks of complications. Mm-hmm. So why don't we work on the weight loss first?
Yeah.
Mind you, there's someone down the street who will probably take your money and do your surgery, and you'll probably be okay with it. But to me, a subpar result is not worth taking money that you took out of your 401k or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I put myself, one of my toxic traits is I'm an empath to like the nth degree, where I'm like, if it was me, I would just want to look really good and the best result. So I'll try hard and do all the things. But people, they really do want that immediate gratification, whether or not it's like the best outcome.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, no, I hear you. And I am seeing trends, thank goodness, of people now going more of the natural looking route where you can still get procedures, but it's very natural and pretty. And I think the whole point of getting plastic surgery, should be to do it so that people are like, did she have plastic surgery? Not like, oh, she's
you're just like, you just look really,
you look fresh. You look pretty. Like
did you lose weight?
Yeah.
You look,
something you look rested.
Yeah.
Like you look, Did you just come back from vacation?
That's what I love. Yes.
Yeah. Like that's what I've always felt that, it's like the people who like just keep pushing and they get so, and I guess there is definitely an addiction behind some people where it's like they get the results, so then they want more and they get that. And you see that with everything, whether it's weight loss, whether it's, with the plastic surgery, it's like you want more. And, but it ends up leading to like these crazy results where then you just go past and then you look at a person and you're like, plastic surgery.
Yeah. So yes, I've said no. I have people who come in for filler, for like lip filler. And I'm like, the only way I'm going to add filler to your lips is if you let me dissolve everything that's in them now.
Right.
And then we can start again.
Yeah.
But no, I will not put any
like
there.
on top of that. And then just make it right.
So I absolutely say no. I'm very honest. I take a lot of time in my consults, and that's not for everyone. Like I've had some pushback. I had one lady years ago who I was like, listen, your BMI is 42. That puts you in the morbidly obese category. I think that, it would be best for you to lose weight for your health and for just your result, whatever. Yeah. And she went to another doctor who said that they would do the surgery and then talk shit about me. It was a colleague.
Of course.
And talk shit about me. He did not tell me who it was, but I knew.
Yeah.
But basically that, oh my God, she called me fat. No, I said science.
Right.
I was like
these are just facts. Like your BMI is this, and
in
this
the world these days, science doesn't matter that much.
Apparently, no. It's a lot of opinions and feelings, and no, I know. I know. So those are things. So everything else. So you do basically everything. It sounds like you've got a lot of tools in the toolbox there then. So if somebody comes to you, are there ever people who come to you and they're not too sure what to do, but they want to do something and then they kind of let you take the lead?
I hate it so much.
Okay.
Because I don't want to push my opinions on anyone. The last thing I want to do, and I had a friend, shout out, you know who you are. I just did surgery on you. I had a friend who said, hey, why do I look so tired? Like, what can I do? And I was like, well, you have like the excess skin on your eyelids.
Right.
And that's what you're talking about in this area of your face. And I really think that you would have an amazing result with an upper bluff. And this is a close friend of mine.
Yeah.
And she never thought about it, and then she couldn't stop thinking about it. So I don't do that. I don't tell people what they need, because some people like a pear body shape where they really want big thighs and a big butt and a small waist. Some people like,
and if you're like, you need lipo, and they're like,
yeah, I'm not going to do that. No. Then when they say, I really want what you think. And I was like, listen, here are the facts. Here are the options. And I will give people now you have a lot to think about, because I gave you multiple options. Mm-hmm. But no, I don't, it's not for me. I just, again, I want to sleep at night.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's.
And I want them to. I don't want them to think for the rest of their life, oh my God, do I really need that?
No, it's what happens. Somebody will say something, and it'll sound kind of like you'll look now, all of a sudden, every time you look in the mirror, you're like, oh my God, I never even thought of it until she brought it to my attention. Mm-hmm. And now you're fixated on it. Mm-hmm. And then you just want to fix it. And then it's like, oh, that's why. And then you start looking at it in every picture taken, and you're like zooming in, like, are my eyes? I mean, I had reached out to you about my eyes before, because I kept being like, why in every picture am I getting squintier and squintier? Now, I haven't done anything to them. I've left them, and I'm kind of just waiting till I age a little more. Like, things are, I want to get to the point. And I know I'm probably going to need it. My mom needed it. Well, I wouldn't say younger age, but somewhere in her late 40s, 50s. But where the eyelid actually was folding over at the top. But you start, once I got it in my head that why are my eyes so little? And why do I start looking? Because somebody on social media had said to me that my eyes were too close together. You get those people that make comments on your physical. So then I'd start are they close together? Are they so little? Are they? It gets in your head. So, but then I start just you got to kind of not let everything get to you, because when you then step back and look at the full picture, it's okay, all right.
And usually if you go look at those people's profiles on
social media, and they're like animals.
You're like, and this is what you do. You sit at home in your little box without any windows,
and criticize.
Just trolling people.
It was a video about me making a protein recipe, and they're like, why are your eyes so close together? Your eyes are too close together. And I was like, I literally took a measuring tape, and I was measuring how the distance of my eyes. And then my husband got home, and I'm like, are my eyes too close together? And he was like, what? Was this from social media? But yeah. But I guess, it's just, I like to, I feel that people should stay ahead of the things if it bothers you.
Yeah.
Before it's
Sure, but I'm not going to tell you.
You're not going to bring it to their attention.
No, I'm not going to tell you what staying ahead of it is. I want to know how you see yourself and what your goals are, and I'm going to tell you if I can realistically meet them.
Right.
And I'll be honest, because people come in and they show me a picture of a model who's 18, who's never had kids, who has implants, and they're 3 kids, 40 pounds overweight, their nipples are to the floor, and they're like, this is what I want to look like. And I'm like, so
oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
That person hasn't lived their life.
Right.
You have like evidence of living life and having children and doing the hard stuff, but we're going to get you to a place, that's great, that you're going to feel good. We just have to be on the same page that it's not going to be that place.
Yeah. Social media can be so damaging because pictures are altered and filtered and all the things. And then, like you said, they're not comparing like lifestyles. They're not comparing age. They're not comparing. And then you just say, oh, she looks so good. Rather than just focusing on like, okay, what's my, like, building your best you? Like what's the potential, the best for your body and your situation and your look, because there are lots of women, I love the way they look, but I could never look like them. Right. I just don't even have the bone structure. Right. I don't even have the, I'm never going to look like some like exotic Latin girl. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. Like our skin, everybody, just your ethnicity will tell you how your skin is going to age. The lighter your skin is, the worse you're going to age.
Yeah.
And for you to look at a beautiful, like dark-skinned woman who's 15, 20 years older than you, who has wonderful, beautiful, vibrant skin, and you're like, yeah, I want it to look tight and amazing like this. I'm like, I'm sorry. Genetically, I can't help you with that.
Right.
But I can get you to a place that will be better for you, for your skin type.
Okay.
So you have to relate it. And really it shouldn't even be related to anybody else. It should be what you want for you. Like what bothers you, not what bothers you in relation to another person.
Right.
So
okay. So now I want to jump to labiaplasty.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's one that's always intrigued me. So so when you went through school, did you have to perform all these surgeries before you were able to like start your own practice, or these things that later you were like, you know what? Like, I'd like to fix up vaginas. Like, did you already know? Like, because that one's interesting. And that's only interesting because it's not the one, it's like the one plastic surgery that like you're not walking around showing it off. I guess
it's
there are.
The one. No, not sure. Yeah. It's the one where I really feel like the woman is coming in for her, and not for anyone else. And that like is, that's the thing for me, is where I'm like, oh my God, I love that you're doing this for you. You're not doing this for a man. Because I always say, if a guy or a girl or whoever is down there, I don't think they're ever going to be like, oh, I don't like how that looks. Let's
you should
rewind.
Fix that.
Let's put your clothes back on.
Yeah.
Like, especially I don't want to talk shit about dudes, but especially a dude, they're not going to see a naked woman and be like, I don't want to put my D in that.
Yeah.
Can I curse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I was like, can I say the word dick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Space,
Okay.
I don't have too many kids that listen to this. Like.
So guys don't say that. And it's usually a woman who feels uncomfortable with their clothing, feels uncomfortable with themselves. They just, have difficulties exercising because they love to be on a bike or, spin or wear workout clothes. Athleisure is what everybody wears, right?
Yeah.
So you're wearing tight pants, and I have women who are like, I can only wear black because I feel like you can see it in every other color, and I want to see it in other, and then it's uncomfortable for me to have sex because I actually have to physically move my labia out of the way. And so it's usually for them. And to answer your question, when I go through plastic surgery residency, that is not one of the things I have to get checked off.
Yeah.
There are a multitude, like you have to hit a minimum number of procedures to get checked off to even take your boards or graduate. But they're basic procedures, more of the breast augmentation, breast reduction, liposuction, free flaps, like microvascular surgery, facial surgery, and it goes all the way from like the most complex reconstruction to, things that we consider minor, like, skin things or breast augmentations, like the things that take the least amount of time.
Right.
Labiaplasty is not on there, but I shadowed a surgeon. Her name is Christia Hustak. She is also in Houston. She's wonderful. She's the one person. There's a handful of people that if somebody comes to me in Houston and they don't pick me and they're like, I went with Dr. Hustak, I'm like, good choice.
Yeah.
I get it. She's awesome.
Okay.
She's great. She was really into doing them. And I also would go to, it started being up and coming in the meetings, and I go to a lot of meetings for learning, education, stuff like that. So I met another surgeon named Heather Furness, who I had a girl crush on. I have so many girl crushes on so many different female plastic surgeons.
Yeah.
But they were doing it and they were writing about it and they were presenting on it. And I had the opportunity because I was in Houston to do an elective at ACPS, which is a wonderful plastic surgery group in Houston. Mm-hmm. I love all of them. But I spent a lot of time with Dr. Hustak, and she actually does vaginoplasty and labiaplasty. I don't do vaginoplasty now because I am not comfortable doing it. So I actually send all of mine to her. But for labiaplasty, I learned a lot from her. I saw a lot. And then it's like a woman power thing where you're just like, you see them afterwards and they feel so good and they feel so much better about themselves. But that's another very controversial topic that will get so many trolls that if you go on, if I talk about it on social media,
right,
people will inevitably be like, you're mutilating people. This affects them. Yeah. Did you ask them about their orgasms? And I'm like, okay, here, let's go back to science.
Does it affect the orgasm? Because
Great question.
I feel like you're not touching the clitoris, right? So like what, I don't understand. Like, so why is that affecting the labia, the lips, all the parts? They're not really in the mix. I mean, they're there.
My theme for Q4 of 2025 is science. I know it's not the theme for US, but it's my theme. It's science.
I think that's great.
Let's talk science.
Yeah.
So the labia, the majority of patients have orgasms. They're clitoral orgasms.
Right.
G-spot orgasms exist, but they're less frequent and harder to achieve.
Sure.
And not everybody can do that. So yes, the majority of those nerves are in around the clitoris.
Yeah.
So the clitoral hood also has nerves in it as well. I do some reduction of clitoral hoods infrequently, but some people can't come to orgasm because they have too much skin or mucosa or tissue over it.
Okay.
So I address that. In those cases, I stay away from as far away as I can. I'm very conservative with what I take, and I tell them, hey, this is where the nerves are. There is a possibility. In labiaplasty, is there a possibility? Sure. Much, much less because it's external skin. We take measurements. We're not going too deep. I mean, there are a lot of things that can happen anytime you have surgery. You can actually inadvertently decrease the opening, the vaginal opening with a labiaplasty and make sex more painful.
Oh, wow.
If you don't do it right. But I mean, you're electing to have these surgeries. Any surgery that you elect
comes
to have,
with the risk.
Yeah, but you go to somebody who's reputable. Please don't go to your family medicine doctor.
Oh my God.
Please don't go to the nurse practitioner who has an aesthetic injecting whatever.
Right.
And that's a thing. And these people are flying all over the world and they're, going to Florida. People love to come to Florida because they're like, I can get a $2,200 breast augmentation here.
That's wild.
That's insane because you know how much breast implants cost?
Okay, there's something. There's flags, there's flags thrown there.
I can't even walk into a surgery center and have an anesthesiologist and an OR prepared for me for an hour for less than $2,200.
Sure.
So that doesn't even include the cost of me, the cost of the implants, whatever.
Right.
But the cost of OR and anesthesia. I'm like, what are you doing? Are you in a back alley just buying?
Oh, there's some wild stories about.
Oh, I know. Because we see them.
Nasty.
That's the thing is even people in Houston, which is insane because we have some of the best plastic surgeons. We have the biggest medical center in the world. Some of the best plastic surgeons. We're on par with New York, LA, anywhere where there's big plastic surgery, Salt Lake City, all of that. Houston has so many good and big plastic surgeons, Texas even. And these people are flying to Florida and I take call at hospitals and inevitably anytime I'm on call, I get at least one patient who went to Florida, Dominican, Mexico, wherever to have surgery. And they're like, I have this giant wound or I have this fluid collection and I called them and they're not answering the phone and they just show up to the hospital with an infection or something. Always.
My God.
And then to fix it is much more expensive. And then they get mad.
Right.
Because they call and they're like, I have all of these problems from a surgery that I had in another country.
And now you want an actual surgeon to fix you up from the mistake of the one who botched you and now you don't want to pay anything.
Right. Right. So
who do you want to fix this now?
A surgeon, me, myself, but also let's talk about all of us plastic surgeons who are board certified.
Yeah.
A minimum of 6 years. I did 8 years of training. I'm double board certified. I did 5 years in general surgery, 3 years in plastic surgery. Got 2 board certifications, sat for tests for years, studied my ass off. submitted cases, the board makes sure you're safe. Like you have to submit all of your cases and they establish that you're safe before you get board certified. Like all of these people paid $250,000 for med school, did my time in residency, like stuck it out, wanted to quit a million times, cried a zillion times, got through the work, checked off all the boxes.
That's who you want. That's who you want to do your surgeries.
But also will answer you at midnight on a Saturday.
Right.
Also. And I mean, any patient will tell you, I have so many patients who come back and they're like, it is insane. And my staff actually has to tell me to stop answering people because some people will ask me, hey, did my insurance come back to you? And it'll be 10 p.m. on a Friday. My staff is like, that's a question you don't have to answer at 10 p.m. on a Friday, Dr. Steinberg. And I'm like, but I just want them to feel heard. But like for me, it's like if you have a problem, you have a direct line to me 24/7. Those people who go to Mexico, who go somewhere else, what are you going to do? Fly there in the middle of the night when something's wrong?
I always wonder about that. Like, how do you go that far for a procedure and then do the follow-ups? I mean,
you don't.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for. I mean, like, and then people who come to me for a follow-up or something from another doctor, like I have to charge them. I'm sorry, you're going to have to pay $500 to see me because I have to assess you. I have to know what you had. I have to examine you. I may have to do something to you, but like,
you get what you pay for.
Yes.
That's what people don't understand. Like a lot of times everyone's looking for like the discount this, the discount. It's like you want everything for cheap, yet you want quality. And then you get upset when it's, I mean, I see it in my company where they complain about the price of devotion. I'm like, I'm buying the highest quality protein. Like everything that we do is high quality. I have to charge, I pay for a kosher certificate. I pay for testing. I pay for third party. I pay for heavy metals. I pay all this stuff. And then they don't want to pay the price, but then they'll go buy something else and they're like, I couldn't even drink it. And it's like, or it sucks or it's whatever and it doesn't bake. And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like sometimes it pays because now you just bought that and now you're still coming back to devotion. So now you've actually paid double.
Yeah, exactly. You wasted money.
And
that's exactly right. And you know what? I'll give them props 9 out of 10 times. You can go and have surgery that's successful and fine. But 9 out of 10 is not close.
I'm not risking that with my body.
9 out of 10 is 10% is high.
That's high.
Because when you're going to a reputable surgeon, you're looking at like 999 times out of 1,000.
And it's your life. People have died in plastic surgery. It's not like it's like because it's plastic surgery, it's not risky. It's like, are you kidding me? It's still surgery. It's major surgery.
Yes.
And like a lot of times when you're doing numerous things at once, you're even under longer. You're getting more things. The recovery's longer. So
that's why I max out. I tell people I max out about 7.5, 8 hours. I don't usually do anything for more than that.
Wow, yeah.
Because I start to get hangry. And like, you don't want a bitchy, hangry surgeon operating on you. I don't. Like,
no.
I don't want to operate on you anymore. You don't want me operating on you anymore. Let's just be done here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can come back for another round, but like, let's just do the round one right.
Safety-wise, also being under anesthesia. Really, it's being under anesthesia for that long increases your risk of like blood clots and other issues. But yeah,
sure.
I mean, the majority of my longest cases are maybe 6 to 7 hours. But
so what with the labiaplasty, like what's the recovery like for that? Because that just sounds, it's like, ooh, like
not as bad as you think.
No?
Everyone's always like, it really didn't hurt as much as I expected it to. The worst part is 6 weeks of no sex.
Yeah,
that
sounds shitty.
Wow,
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's always the
I'm
worst
out.
part
No,
for people. It depends. Some people I'm like, okay, yeah. People are like, yeah, that's fine. 6 weeks, whatever. Great. I'll let them know. And 6 weeks of no real exercise because I don't want you doing squats.
Yeah.
I don't want you doing spin.
Like what are you wearing during that recovery time? Just like
for the first couple of days, just a little panty liner because there might be a little like spotting.
Because do you have stitches? Like
yeah, but they're internal and they dissolve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they dissolve.
So you're like really, I mean, once you're done, it's like you just have to heal. You have to be patient and heal, but then you're just like waiting as it just.
You say that as if patience is like the
right
easiest thing.
Right? No, it's not. Yeah,
patience is the hardest part of surgery.
Yeah.
And nobody has it.
Yeah.
I mean, except for that one patient last week who was like, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm bad with that.
No, and I'm horrible with it too. And it's really hard for me when a patient comes in at a week and is complaining that she doesn't like it. And I'm like, it's okay, just wait. And
are you swollen? Is that what happens down there? So is it hard to pee? Does it hurt to pee?
So swollen. So I give my labiaplasty patients a peri bottle. I don't know if you remember that from like childbirth, but it's that bottle that has you put water in it.
Yes.
And then when you pee, instead of wiping yourself.
Yes, right.
Yeah. So I give them that to help so you don't have to wipe yourself. So
That's
I
nice.
prepare for everything.
Yeah.
I give them pads, so the first couple of days, like first 72 hours, pretty swollen. You just do sitz baths, so like warm water baths, icing, things that help with swelling. I mean, it's really bad. One of my patients who came in had already read the Reddit, and I was explaining to her how she's going to feel and look after. And she was like, yeah, like 2 hot dog buns, right? She's like, I saw it on Reddit. And I was like, excellent. Cause everything's going to be huge.
Oh, wow.
And scary. And I tell them, listen, unless something's really painful, or there's a lot of blood, maybe just don't look down there. Like, don't look for like 3 days. Just follow the directions, sitz baths, and the icing, and, let that 72 hours roll over before you look at anything. And even after that 72 hours, it's going to look weird. Everything looks weird and swollen and scary.
Yeah. And you're not like sitting on a bike or like doing any of that stuff. Like it sounds like.
But people are always surprised at how easy the recovery is compared to what they mentally.
Is it because, like you said, is it like skin removal where it's like they're extra pieces
mucosa.
of skin?
And think about the inside of your mouth. It's the same material as the inside of your mouth. So think about like when you bite the inside of your mouth and you're like, oh, fuck, that hurt. And it bleeds like crazy.
Yep.
But the next day it's gone.
Yeah.
It heals so well.
It's like the epithelial cells.
Well, I mean,
is that what they are?
It is, yeah. So on skin, it's epithelial, but it's similar it's mucosa. It's mucosal cells.
Okay.
So the stuff inside your vagina, in your labia, in your mouth is all mucosal, and that cell turnover and that healing process is so much quicker than just regular skin. So yeah, I mean, the healing, it's so vascular down there. It heals so well. And people are always surprised because they always get themselves so worked up and anxious about it. And then afterwards they're like, oh, it's not that bad. And even while I'm doing it, I think the whole process I do it awake. So I think the process of having it done while you're awake freaks people out.
You do it when they're awake?
Yeah, but they can watch TV. They can be on their phone.
So what do you do? Like numb up the area? Or you just like you shoot them all up so you don't even feel you doing anything? Like you just feel pressure?
You feel the initial numbing so it's like 2 minutes of discomfort from the numbing, which anytime you have numbing, it's uncomfortable. And then that's it. You don't feel anything else.
So this is something you do in your office?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I didn't know anything about this. Like I'm fascinated by the whole.
I mean, there's so many things you can do in the office. Like why save people some money, save people some risk for general anesthesia. I love general anesthesia. Personally, I think it's great and it's so safe. But why do it if you don't need to? So I have lipo machines at my office. I can do my new office I'm building out as an office-based anesthesia, like with tumescent full, like you can get Valium if you want. That's like the max thing that I'll give you.
Okay.
But you do like small areas of liposuction, chin liposection's all done awake, labiaplasty, lumps and bumps. I can take out implants.
You can take out implants awake?
Yeah, not capsulectomy. So if the patient has like a firm capsule, I will not do that awake.
Right.
But if I'm just popping out an implant,
Wild.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know any of this.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I've had a couple of surgeries. I've had some surgeries. Like I had the mommy makeover thing. My first one was botched. So the surgeon did a terrible. I hate
that word.
It was botched. My belly button was disgusting and he didn't sew me up all the way. My abs were completely torn and he did not go up. So my up here was bulging.
I mean, I've seen your body.
Now that I got it fixed it up.
Incredible. You should shout out because whoever.
Oh, Jackie Yee. She's in Miami, redid my stomach after Howard Tepper totally screwed me up.
Okay.
Sorry, he did. I don't even think he's in practice. He was the older gentleman, and I was really upset. Like
Jackie
did a bang up job.
People like I've shown pictures of you to people because I'm like, look how hot she is. Like look at her.
Yeah,
you can't tell that you had surgery. Like, your body just looks fucking incredible.
And
I was like, she had twins.
Yes,
and you were big when you had twins.
I was big. I was 210 pounds and I held the babies like really far out.
Like your skin stretched.
Very much so. Like after I gave birth, it was like just this big hanging like belly and it was mortifying. Like then after, I think it was like, what was it, like, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, 9 weeks. I'm like, okay, when's it going down? Like, I was like, okay, what is this? And I went to my OBG, like I was, kind of just doing my check-in, and I was like, is that my uterus? Like, are we still waiting for everything to go down? And he had me do that test where you kind of like lay back, and he was like, no, those are your organs, and your muscles are just totally separated. And it was like this gigantic like separation. I mean, it was really he's like, it's as far as you can go, because I just stretched and stretched and stretched. And so when the twins were finally like 7 months, I had to get them done so badly because I was wearing compression garments and it was so uncomfortable and everything was like hanging forward. And I was losing, I'd already lost 40 pounds. And like, I was all excited to get back into shape. Mm-hmm. But what you realize is like, that's something that you can't.
People are always
sit-ups.
like, oh yeah, if I do more ab work, I'm like, no, man, your muscle is like actually separated.
And so it's separate and it's never going to come back.
Yeah. So the fascia, what happens is like the fascia of the muscle is the strength layer, and you have the linea alba, which is your like midline, that nice midline that you have, and that thins out, and then the rectus muscles, which is like the 8-pack, the 6-pack that you see, just sort of slide away from each other because it starts thinning in the middle. Mm-hmm. And so like, how are you going to
bring
work that like out? That
you can't.
Yeah. No.
No, you can't. I couldn't. And the more I'm losing weight and the more obvious it was, everything's just hanging. And then I had a terrible hernia. Mm-hmm. And so like, I was like, okay, well, I really want to get back in shape, but like, I don't see how this is going to work. Like, and I was watching videos and YouTube videos, and I bought programs where they're like, we can fix your diastases and like all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, this is not, like, I would do the exercises and I'm like, I could do this for 50 years. It's not happening. So then that's when I did the first surgery. But unfortunately, like, I just picked like the first person that was like local in town. I didn't do my research. I was just so eager to get it done. And my mom had heard like that this guy had done like a really good facelift on a woman she met in Federation. And I was like, oh, great. He sounds great. But meanwhile, like, I really didn't even see his work. And so the first one that I did, unfortunately, like I said, the belly button it was so ugly.
The belly button is an art, man.
Yo,
it's tough. It is so tough.
Okay, it looked like a cinnamon roll. Like, it was so...
Like a cat butthole? like a Target sign, you know?
It was so bad. The other thing that he did was he just basically, like, cut me open. He didn't go far enough over. So like left, like he didn't like smooth it out, like left the dog ears. Yeah. And it's like, dude, like finish the job, like smooth it out. Like if you're not doing the back, because I wasn't doing my back, then it's like, you've got to like make like a nice transition. Like we can't just like cut me open. Then only, like I said, sewed up the bottom nice and tight and then pulled down and did the belly button, left the entire top. So I was like, why can't I hold any of this in? Like, why is this, So when I went to Jackie, and she examined me, she was like, all of this is still, like, you should have been sewn, like, from top to bottom. Like, you're torn.
From the xiphoid, yeah.
So I was, like, mortified. I was so upset because talk about, like, I did pay him top dollar. And Jackie, I love Jackie, but my God, she's expensive. Which you get what you pay for. She's worth it. But, I mean, I was living in New Jersey, so I flew down to Miami. I stayed down here. I went back and forth I was down here for... like a week or so to do the whole thing. And then I had to fly back to meet back with her. So it was like a whole thing. So I had to do it twice. And that guy really, it upset me because I'm like, why? Like, if you're not good at redoing a woman's, abdomen or your body, don't do it. Like, he wasn't good. There were too many mistakes. There were too many, like, to not. So when Jackie did it, it was like, oh, thank God, because she knew exactly what to do. She's like, we need to reopen you. I am deep hip to hip. And she made it nice and low, and she fixed my belly button, made a beautiful belly button, and sewed me up. So yeah, like, mama twins, definitely, worth it. But geez, like, if I'm going to get fixed up, I want it to be done right.
I know. And sometimes it sucks. I hate to, I don't like to say anything bad about other surgeons because you don't know about their history, whatever. Either way, the point is that shit happens sometimes. Yeah. And like I said, if I don't do it better than 90%, I'm not doing it. So that's why I don't do certain things.
I think plastic surgery is an art. Plastic surgery is I feel like you have to be a blend of not only a doctor, but an artist. You have to be able to see the body and really understand the lines and how everything should flow correctly. And I think it's a surgeon that can hide things and make things like seamless, and like you said, like the belly button, like like
people come to me because they're like, I saw your belly buttons,
right?
And you do good belly buttons, and I was like,
that's so important. I didn't even realize that was a thing. I'm like, what do you mean it's just a belly button? And I didn't understand the surgery that like you're pulling things down, you're moving things, you're recreating. So like I was so. Like I had never done any of that before. I was just like a young mom. I didn't have any issues with my body. In fact, my body was beautiful. But I ended up with these babies that
But is your body better now? Because man, like,
genetically, I mean, I have pictures before that I'll send you. Like I had a really nice figure. Like I mean, the only thing I fixed was here. So it's like everything else is mine.
I look at you sometimes and I'm like, can I do that to somebody? Like, do I? Like,
I'll show
you.
I competed before I had kids. I mean, I have my physique, even proportionate wise, and how I can really, like when I melt my body fat down and what was left over, I do have a very nice physique.
Genetics.
I have a nice and genetics, but like I don't even know who I got it from because my dad doesn't look like that. My mom has a beautiful figure, but she gave me her shitty thighs and butt. Like I'm like, thanks, mom. Like like she's got short little thighs. And
genetics and hard work.
A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work. Because when you see me with weight on, you're like, oh, she's got a shit rig. But like and I train for aesthetics. Like I train to balance out my body with my back and my delts and like making my waist look smaller. Like there's an art to bodybuilding to create a body that also looks aesthetically beautiful, and like sculpting legs. I had no calves. I've got beautiful calves now because I built them. Like it wasn't like when you look at my parents, nobody has like these big genetic amazing calves. Like certain things that when you look at a body, you're like, okay, you need that. Okay, you need the quad sweep. Like there's a whole science to and an art to creating your body as well. Because my before, like, did I have a good foundation? I think I have a great foundation, but genetically, it's not. My body looked like an average person before I really like made fitness my mission, my lifestyle.
Well, yeah.
Yes. So it's, and my mom has a beautiful figure, but hers is slightly different than mine, And as she's gotten older, hers has changed, which has been interesting because now I'm like, ooh, I wonder if mine's going to do that where, it's like her hips have gotten a little bigger than they used to be years ago. Like it's interesting as the female body changes like that. It's,
Luckily, I have a mom who aesthetically is in her late 60s and looks good.
That's awesome.
I'm like,
yeah.
But
my mom's
she's had
prime was
surgery.
like 50 and 60.
I say because my mom has had many surgeries.
Oh, okay. My mom has not had any. She's had her breast done like 8 times. That's about it. Just because she's had issues.
Yeah.
But she hasn't had any. But she didn't have to have her stomach. She had none of that.
Nice. But I'm all about like I already have. My mommy makeover, even though I don't have kids, I already have it planned for 2027.
Amazing.
I'm already, I look at myself. I did a lot of work. I'm in good shape. I have excess skin of my abdomen because I lost like 30, 40 pounds. And I did have liposuction, which made more skin. And like I said, I have white skin, which is horrible.
Yeah. You and I have the same complexion.
Yeah.
We have the same coloring.
Yeah. And my skin is just thin. And so I'm going to need a tummy tuck, and I'm going to do a small breast reduction and lift for proportionality and a little bit of lipo. And I'm going to have in my 40s, I turned 40 this year. So I'll be around 41 then, because I turned 41 at the end of next year. And 41 is my lucky number, which is such a weird number, but I'm going to do it.
Okay.
When I'm 41 and get it done and just feel great, but work really hard until then. Maintain the muscle and maintain, and just, I don't want to go into it at like a shitty version of myself. I want to go into surgery at the best version of myself. So I want to like feel like, okay, I'm fit. I have the muscle I want. I'm at the place I want to be at, like weight wise and how I want to look. And then the only thing I need is to remove this skin, fix this muscle, and like lift my boobs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always my pet peeve is like on social media when I used to get that a lot, and I used to get so butthurt about it, but people, like, I'd show my transformation and then they'd be like, that's because you had plastic surgery. And it's like, I feel like plastic surgery, but like, then what, wouldn't everybody that gets their tummy tuck done like look like me? Is that right? I'm like, okay, cool. Like, go do what I did, just get the tummy tuck, and then let's compare our results.
No, that's exactly right. Everybody looks different afterwards because the closer you are to your ideal weight and to your ideal look and the harder you work on your own, we just uncovered.
Because I didn't look like this after Jackie did my stomach. I was not. I had to then put in. In fact, I went back to Jackie and I was like, look at my after picture. She's like, oh my God. Like she was blown away even because she's like, well, my other patients don't look like that. It's like, because I took it further. I diet correctly. I'm, the way that I exercise, the way that I train, so her results helped to fix me and obviously enhanced my results.
Also, now you feel great about yourself. You feel better about yourself, and you're like, how can I even feel better? And just like maintain it and tweak it. But yeah, you're right. Trust me, I just told you, I look at you and I go, how can I have a couple patients that look like you too afterwards, but it's because
they're putting in work.
Yes.
And then I said, I'm like, I didn't do plastic surgery on my arms, my delts, my legs, my butt, anything else that you see. And I did it because I had babies and it was something that I couldn't fix. Most of my plastic surgery that I do are things that I can't do myself. Like I had my nose done when I was 15 because I was like bullied so badly in school for having like a bump on my nose, and I had like a very bulbous end. And I guess my mom was just like, screw it, like let's just get this fixed so that we put it behind us.
Our Jewish parents, aren't they the best? Because I've had my nose done too.
See, and both my parents, they're not real noses either. My dad was hit with a baseball because he was a pitcher, and my mom had hers done. So I was like, I don't even know what my nose is supposed to look like, who I got this from, who's to blame.
Yeah, my dad's is his, but my mom's is definitely not hers.
Okay, so like both of them, I was like, I don't even know who I'm blaming for this. Maybe a grandparent or something, but it's something that it was never going to change. It wasn't something that I could fix. So I do things that I cannot fix myself.
Right.
I personally would never do my butt. And I'm not going to say that. Not that I would never do butt implant or whatever. But like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bust my ass in the gym and like build some glutes and see what I can accomplish.
And if it doesn't get you there, then there's no harm in being like, okay, let me pay a little bit. And although you don't have enough fat to put in your butt.
Oh, you have to suck it from somewhere else.
Or you can do like a non-surgical. They have like injectables, but God, you have to use like 20
It would be a fortune.
Oh my God. It's just as expensive to inject you with like Sculptra or Radiesse, which are the biostimulators that people use for like non-invasive butt augmentations, than to actually liposuction and do a BBL.
And does that last?
It lasts, yeah, because it's basically biostimulators, they lay a collagen framework, so they kind of just like lay their... Initially, it looks bigger because they're hyper diluted, so they're mixed with saline, so you're just essentially injecting fluid in, mixed with the filler, and so then once the fluid dissolves and the swelling dissolves, it goes down a little bit, but then it lays down a framework for new collagen to build on top of it,
and
so
it'll work. But is that enough to really make a big difference? Like
not a huge difference. It's not going to make like a you're
like
not
a big booty. So
no,
like,
no,
whoa.
No. You're not gonna be the kind of person that's buying a pair of pants for the size of your butt and tailoring them to your tiny waist. No.
So, and it's like, and then. Yeah, so then who does that? Like somebody who's just like, oh, I just need an extra layer on my butt?
Or like hip dips, which are natural, by the way.
Yeah.
Like they're normal. It's very
People
normal
want those filled in.
As you age, this like dip that's right here. People want that not real look where you look from the front and you have just that.
Right.
Whereas like most people have like
I've got major hip dips. I've got major booty dips and my husband's like, well, that's because you're athletic. Like,
yeah, that's normal.
But
people don't want it. So I mean that's a good like non-invasive place because you don't need to use as much.
Yeah.
It fills it, but it's not gonna go like that. It'll just maybe straighten it because you still have to use a lot for that because a vial of say Sculptra is on label to be mixed with like 8 cc's. So you're just getting 8 cc's per vial. You probably need like 3 vials per side at least for a hip dip.
Yeah.
So
that'll add up.
Yeah. It's like those Sculptures like $900 a vial.
Oh, okay. And then you got 2 sides of the butt.
Yeah. So that's $5,500 right there. Just
oh my God.
Just to inject like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the gym and keep thrusting and we'll, I mean.
And then we'll see. I mean, but I have people who come in like you that are like, I want, and I'm like, what? There's no fat. Like, where am I going to?
Right.
I don't know what you want me to do.
I've got some lower back fat.
Every woman
stubborn
does.
lower back.
It's the flanks.
Yes.
Right?
What the hell is that? Like, I'm like, come on.
So it's the best. There's 2 places on the body. So I'm not a huge fan of like full body lipo for like it's not for everyone. It's certain body types can handle it, certain skin types. Now there are 2 places on the body for almost every skin type that I think lipo makes a big difference. One of them is chin. I do a ton of chin lipo. I love it. Even for like a little amounts, it makes a difference. The other thing is that back posterior flank, like
yes, I want
muffin
that.
top.
Yeah. What's up with that? It changes.
It's where, just as women, we hold fat like right here and right here. So I had that done. I had lipo and it changed the shape of my, now I look like this.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I want. Because I look so straight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on.
Yeah. You just probably have a couple hundred cc's of fat in that area. And it makes your butt look better because it like outlines the top of your butt. But I always tell people, so in my like practice when I started, I didn't want to push anything. I still don't push anything. But the one thing I'm like, hey, if I don't do this, you're gonna have a flat stomach, but you're also gonna like be a little flat on the sides.
Yeah.
The only way to give you like a curve is to really do that flank liposuction. And 90% of the time I'm doing it with a tummy tuck, just because I'm like.
But that's what I'm talking about. A good doctor finishes the look. Like really like says like, look, I see what you're going through, and like I'm not going to just pull you down, leave you straight.
Yeah, but a good patient
finish.
listens and is like, I'm willing to pay the extra couple $1,000s. Not everybody's like that, man. People nickel and dime. I'm like, I'm not a fucking car salesman.
No.
Okay, like I'm not. You're not going to walk out the door and I'm going to be like, no, get them back. I'll give them another $1,000 off. Like. You know, everybody's prices are so different. Like I've had so many people come in and show me quotes and be like, well, if I go 30 minutes away and talk to this doctor who, you know, does this sometimes in his like backyard OR and, like I can save $3,000. And I'm like, okay,
go for it.
One time I had a phone conversation with someone who's like, well, this guy's been practicing longer than you and he's about the same price. And I was like, okay.
Cool. Like stop haggling. Like
I was like, I'm on the phone with you not to convince you to go with me. I'm just
here to answer questions. Yeah.
And then, so
and letting you know what
if you don't think I'm the person for you, then go with somebody else.
Right.
But for me, it's like, I know that doctor. I also have seen his complications.
And I love that approach because that's how I feel years ago when I was more of a newbie to being, with devotion. And I wanted people I wanted everybody to love my stuff and everybody to buy it. And then they'd be like, well, we can get, Quest for $29.99 and I'm like, go eat it. Like go eat. Now I'm like, cool. Like you can buy this one, you can buy that. Great. Like by all means, like I'm not forcing it on you.
When are we getting devotion bars?
We're in R&D. I've been working on it, but like with everything that I do, it's like I'm not going to do it until it's like, yes, this is an awesome bar. These macros are perfect. This tastes great. It's hard. Like
I know it is because I live off of protein bars.
Yeah, sure.
I just had one in the Uber on the way here. I had a Bear Bell.
Okay, they're really good.
Yeah,
they're good. They're delicious. They're like candy bars.
Dough.
Yes, the blue one.
Yes,
yeah, that one's a really good. Sweet. It's really good. It'll crush you. See, on my way here, I had a devotion loaf. I had a blueberry loaf.
Yeah.
And
I need to make that.
I prepped like this morning. I had my overnight oats, and then I grab a blueberry loaf because. The blueberry loaf or any flavor
is that
loaf
what the
you
new
make,
blueberry?
That's what the new blueberry. Yeah. It's made with oatmeal, egg whites, devotion, and pumpkin. And it's just like I'd rather you not live off of have a protein bar, but then have a loaf because even if you bake your loaves on Sunday and then you bring one to the office every day, like my husband does that, it's like at least if you're eating this like nice loaf and you're, I ate it while I was driving here. I ate it, at least you're getting in like more nutrition where some of those bars you're just like, all right, they're a good like hold you over, but like are you getting in like oats and egg whites and protein? Like it's like, you know what I mean?
Like real food.
And I add like blueberries, so I've got fresh blue. Then you got your fruit and it's just all baked into
all that stuff.
It's all baked into a loaf.
I know, trust me, I know, but God, when I'm on the run, there's so many times where like, I do surgery and I start at 8 and I finish at 2:30 and the cafeteria is not open and I have to run to the office or whatever and I just carry protein bars with me. So I wish I didn't live off of shakes and bars, but unfortunately, like sometimes I have to. I need to bake more.
You do because the thing is, And you know what? Maybe after this, I'll bring you back to my house. Like, I'll show you like how easy it is. It takes like on your Sunday morning, you could be like, just wake up like before you're even like do anything or anytime. I just throw, it's 4 ingredients. You throw them in the bowl. You have your, from Amazon, what are they called? The loaf pans.
Yeah.
Spray them real quick. You make your batter. You throw in your blueberries, bake them. They bake in 20 minutes. And then they're out of the oven. I wrap each one in foil, throw it in the fridge.
I
You've
just
got an
love
watching
your daughter do stuff. I'm like, she can do it.
Yes, because it's everything that I do. Like my pet peeve is like where recipes are too many steps, and I'm like, no one's doing it. I don't want to have to buy all these ingredients. I want to make something that's like 4 easy
and
ingredients.
You already have them.
I go to Costco. I already have huge amounts of it, so that I'm just like, boom, oats. Here's a can of pumpkin. Here's the thing of egg whites. Here's the protein. Done. Mix it up. Throw it in the oven. Like done. And then you have an entire week. Then every single day. And then the more you get good at it, the more you're like.
They freeze well too.
They freeze incredible. You can make double. You can make 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
I make everything like that, and it just makes my life easier. But it's about like better nutrition, because like, you know, the bars are fine. They're good like for like but it's like if you could do things where you're getting really like you're getting in the blueberries, you're getting in some oats. It's just.
No, I totally agree. I started trying to bake some random stuff that I found on TikTok and whatever.
Yeah.
I've been making, I take like sugar-free Cool Whip and mix it with protein powder, either like plain vanilla or chocolate or whatever.
Yeah.
And then some like extracts, and the chocolate one I'll put some cocoa in, and then a little bit of Greek yogurt, pudding mix, whatever, and basically make it like Dunkaroo dip.
Yeah.
So
yum.
Last week I did that. I had half chocolate, half birthday cake.
Yeah.
And just dip like pretzels or strawberries or my spoon.
The more nutrient like rich foods that you can get in, the better you're going to like not only feel, but what your body's going to look like. I always say you are what you eat. Like when you think about it, I know calories in, calories out, and it's like as long as you eat, like if the same person's eating 1,500 calories, but when you think about it, if right now you're eating 1,500 calories of marshmallows and I'm eating 1,500 calories of chicken breast, who's gonna look better, right? So like that's why I'm saying like just to replace a couple things. If you're like I'm making an effort that I'm making this loaf because it's got all this great nutrition in it, and now I'm going to be getting some of these things like with the fiber and with the things that are going to make me feel better, look better, whatever. You're just getting more quality nutrition in. But trust me, with the bars, like no, I grab bars, I grab those chomp beef sticks. Like sometimes I'm just grabbing,
I have the beef sticks too.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes it just has to be easy. But you're right. I mean, I also love sweets.
Yeah.
So I have to.
Same.
I have desserts every night.
Yep.
And do you have a Ninja Creamy?
Yes.
I told you I was making, I like set you videos of me making
unbelievable
Devotion Ninja Creamies.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah.
We make brownies. I'm a sweet tooth girl. I definitely am. So that's where Devotion came from, because I was like, how do I look really good, but also like I love food and I love sweets, and I have to end every night with something brownie batter. Like I'm a chocolate. Like I
remember you telling, like, first thing that you ever told me was like brownie batter. Like I live and die by this brownie batter, and I ate it as the first thing I ever had. As you made it into a pudding, and I was like, the fuck? How'd you do that? Like.
But that's a game changer. That's a game changer. That is something that like you replace that every single night. Like watch how your body changes.
Instead of Oreos or whatever. Yeah.
Instead of Ben and Jerry's, instead of you make these replacements. Dude, all of a sudden.
Creamy, like just being able to have ice cream every night and knowing that you're like indulging in, like it feels you're making it.
Yes.
So part of it is like I'm doing this, and then it feels like I'm indulging because I'm eating ice cream every day. Yep. But probably the macros of my ice cream are better than at least one of the meals I've had today.
100%.
Just by like what I've put into it.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, nutrition, you are what you eat. And so you have to think about that. And like in your plan and in your planning, do things that are so easy. Like I just at night before bed, I'll take out like 4 overnight oat containers, and I quickly put in like the oatmeal, the protein, chia seeds, flax, fill it with water, mix it, stick them in the thing. I mean, I can inhale one of those things if we're leaving for school, because I take the kids to school. We leave at 7:30. Like I can inhale one of those in 3 minutes or less, And I'm out the door, and I just got in like the chia seeds and like the oats and all the stuff. Like but it's just, I feel like for people, it's just knowing what to eat, knowing what to have prepared, and then just preparing it, bulk preparing it every week, and just being like, this is my day that I take the first hour or two of my Sunday morning, and I'm just going to make all my stuff for the week.
I think it's like daunting. There's like different steps in it where people are like, I don't make stuff. Now I have to start making stuff. So then it's like, you have to get over that first step of, no, you can do it. It's actually really easy.
Yes.
And then taking the time out of your day.
And starting with one thing, like start with where I have friends who are like, I'm just making loaves, and it's like, cool, just make that, or I'm just making overnight oats. Oh, you're going to come in my house and eat one. I can't even. I should have brought you one. But speaking of loaves, I did a freaking podcast 2 days ago with Manny Mayer. He's like this Marine in our town who does Soldier Rush. That's like a whole like charity or thing for the first responders that Devotion sponsors. So anyway, we're sitting right here. I ate a loaf on my way. I was like, oh, I got to meet Manny. I grab a blueberry loaf. I drive here. Manny gets here. We sit down. We're talking. We had a great podcast. We leave. Afterwards, we sit, we chat for even longer. I get in my car and I like put down the thing because I was like, oh, what the hell? I look, there is a huge blueberry.
You just had blueberry on your mouth the entire time?
There's a huge blueberry in my tooth, okay? And I'm like, what the? So I like pull it out. I'm like, oh my God. And then it dawned on me like this morning. I'm like, was that there the whole podcast?
Did you look?
So I went this morning. So this morning before I came to meet you, I go onto the laptop, I go into my email, I go into the drive that has the podcast that's going to be launched, and I open it up and I'm like, oh my God.
Stop, it's there.
It's there. It's like this huge blueberry, and I'm talking. So I text Manny and I'm like, bro, like,
how did you not tell? I would have told you.
He's like, I'm so sorry. I thought you had a space in your teeth.
It was a tooth jewel or something.
He's like, I'm like, I was like, did he think, like, it looks like my tooth is decaying or like I'm missing a fucking tooth?
If anyone thinks that you're lying about eating your own shit or like, right? Here is accidental proof
that like a blueberry is shoved
my
into
blueberry
my mouth.
Loaf.
I was like, I'm like mortified. So the entire thing, and he's sitting there like we're talking. It's like you and I talk, and just watching me with a big blueberry. Like I'm like, how did you even keep a straight face? Like I look like a hillbilly. Like I look like I'm missing a freaking tooth, and you just sat there.
Girls always have girls. When
now
it comes to,
I'm like,
I would have told you 100%.
Like I have trust issues that were just unlocked. Like I didn't even.
A woman will tell you a guy is just like
the whole podcast. I'm like,
yeah.
Now I'm like
your
checking.
Teeth look perfect.
Like I can't believe it. Now I'm never like I'm gonna be one of those people that's gonna be like checking, because now it really happened. It was really like a big blueberry that was like lodged in the tooth. Okay, so anyway, proof that I'm really eating the hell out of these loaves. But anyone who makes them, they're like obsessed. Like that's why you got to try them. You're gonna love them. So
I made that girl, what is her name on TikTok that I say?
I know. I can't remember. Really She's Canadian, actually.
Yeah, she is Canadian, which is probably why I like her, because they're just nice. And I grew up there.
Very nice.
I made this like brownie thing that she made, but I didn't use your protein. I used some other one that I had, and it didn't turn out like...
It's not going to. I'm telling you, the other proteins on the market just aren't the same.
I ate it, and I was like, I could see how this could be good, but I really have to try the other protein. Like because she swore by it. She was like, these are so good. She had her friends try them. And I was like, it's too dense. Like I need, so I really want to try them again with the brownie batter.
With the brownie batter. Mm-hmm. Devotion will make everything taste better, and it won't taste like protein and all of that. But even with my baking for your patients, like if you had recipes where you're like bake these loaves and like bake these overnight or like prepare like for your first week of recovery, like have an overnight oats every morning with fiber, because I know that going to the bathroom also sometimes after surgeries or like
I give them fiber, I give them colace, and I give them.
But like if you were like make overnight oats with flax meal and chia,
you're right.
And then they're hydrating, and then they're getting this loaf with protein, or they're getting overnight oats. If you were like your first meal, I need you to have overnight oats, and I want you to bake these like loaves or muffins, and then this is what you can sit there and eat. Like
how badass would it be if I was like, on Sunday, not only did I make loaves for me, but I made it for every
for my
patient. And I was like, here's
you came with
loaf.
a bagged basket.
Here's the loaf of protein that I
basket
made
of
for
baked
you.
goods.
Here, I was like,
from your doctor.
Here's your devotion protein sample, and here's the loaf that you can potentially bake. But I baked this.
Oh
for
my
you.
God, that's above and beyond. I don't know.
That's something I would do.
That's.
I just mix mine
that.
into my yogurt, into Greek yogurt in the morning. So I do like, I take. So like right now I have a little bit of the sinful cinnamon one, and I'll like do that with either a little cocoa or I like sugar-free maple syrup just to give it a little sweetness. And then people, I don't know if you saw fluffy yogurt, but fluffy yogurt's a thing online by adding a little bit of sugar-free Jello pudding mix, which I feel like everybody adds to everything these days.
Yeah.
That, and then just like suddenly your arm hurts because like it's so thick when you're stirring it.
Yeah,
and then
that sounds actually pretty good.
It's good.
I like things that are like dense like that take me a while to eat, because sometimes like in the morning I want something that I can take fast because I'm out the door, but at night if I'm like sitting and I'm like watching a show, like I want to be like
it holds me
something
over forever. And then I take what's that? It's like that knockoff cinnamon toast crunch, but the protein one that you can get at Costco, the big Catalina Crunch.
Yeah, Catalina Crunch. Yeah,
and I'll like put that on top for crunch.
Oh, I love that. I love adding crunch.
Yeah,
I'm big with that. Yeah, there's so much you could do with devotion.
I know, I'm obsessed with it now. And I have like a complete 180 where I'm also going, like my last video on Instagram was me in Canada at Bulk Barn buying every candy that they offer. So it's like,
I mean, but that's life. Like that's normal life, and that's fine. And it's like, because we're human and there's temptations, and that's the whole thing. And I feel like, it's all about like, look, even I'm sure, are you big with like telling your patients like sunscreen and like all that stuff, And it's like, it's such a tough thing because like I love going to the beach and I love getting a tan. I love tan lines, but like it's so bad for you. So it's like,
this is all fake. This is fake.
See, that's fake. But like I play tennis and like this is real, and yet I'll put the sunscreen on. But like then again, I'm like, oh, I just love the way that I look when I'm tan. But yet my face will not see sun. Like I slather sunscreen, I wear a hat. I'm really good with that. But like that's what I'm saying. It's like we love sweets, but yet the temptation of like we love candy. It's so fun. And it's like we want our skin to be amazing, but like being tan is just so know. No. So it's like it's like that. Those like it's like the angel and the devil are always in our ears because it's like.
Yeah, so then that's why, I mean, I also love eating out, but I do it as little as I can.
Right.
And I'm very like conscious when I'm at home, where a lot of like lower
it's
fat,
playing
high protein
that balance stuff. It's because like I don't want to never eat out. Like I love going out for like a good burger or sushi or something. It's that like. The temptations are there. We're human. We do want to indulge, or we do want to take a beach vacation and sit on the beach and soak up some sun. But like, no, is that something we should be doing every day? Absolutely not.
But again, I was 10 minutes late this morning because I had to get my workout in.
Yeah.
It's,
and that's fine. Like for somebody like me, I totally get it. I woke up at 5 to get mine in.
So I had to, I will cancel plans if I didn't get my workout in that day.
Yes.
Because I need that to be a part of my regimen.
I love that.
I know that I'm going to have the gummy candy the next day.
Yeah.
And I know that I'm going to eat dessert every night. And I also feel so much better after I work out.
Me too.
And I need it. And, I need to close my rings.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. I need that like satisfaction of like I hit my goals and I did my stuff. But I'm with you. I'm the type that like it's okay. I'm to that age. I mean, I'm a little older than you. I'm 45 now. But like when I hit my 40s, it was like, it felt very empowering to just say no. Like, I know I'm busy. No, I'm tired. No, I'm whatever. Like, I don't have to say yes to everything. And I will cancel plans if like I have stuff to do.
I didn't completely stop drinking, but I think maybe on average have one every 2 months, one drink maybe, and just like socially, if it sounds really good, because there are some things that just sound like they taste good.
Yeah.
But like that's another thing is
that's
like
great.
I'm ordering a mocktail, I'm ordering a Diet Coke.
Yes.
Like I love
that.
Like, I love a fountain Diet Coke.
Me too.
Get me anywhere where there's a fountain Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And at first oh God, there they are again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we've had some big old booby walking by. Like there's welcome to South Florida with the titties. Big boobies. Yeah.
Anyway, at first it was really hard to order to say like, no, I'm not having a drink because everybody else is.
Yep.
But God, I feel so much better the next day. I can wake up early. I can go to the gym. I can eat couple extra sour candies instead of taking in my calories with alcohol.
Amen.
And like indulge and actually enjoy that as opposed to, I mean,
the mixer I'm going to tonight, like the women on my tennis chat were all like, oh, I'm going to bring a bottle of this or that. And I'm like, I'm going to bring margarita Hydroflex and some pina colada. Anyone want to throw that into their water bottle? Or like we can, at home, I would have been like blending it in I do pina colada. We blend it with like
I know
chunks
that's when I first had it.
Yeah. So we like, I'm like, we do mocktails. Like then I'm hydrated and the next day I wake up, feel great and yummy. I had like a fun pina colada or like a margarita. So
I did give it to my friend Shelby. I gave her some Hydroflex the other day.
Yeah.
She it worked. We met at Orange Theory, so she works out like a ton, and we're very competitive with each other, but with everybody else.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have to try this stuff. And she saw the margarita, and she was like, can I make it into an actual margarita?
Yes,
and
you can make them clean cocktails.
I was like,
I call them cleaner cocktails because now you're taking out like all the sugary syrups and like the things that you're like, okay, that's what's packing in.
Yeah.
You know, if you do like one shot of vodka or one shot of whatever your stuff is because you want some, fine. But if you're mixing it then with the margarita, you're not, you know, packing in like some of those drinks at the end of the day end up being packed with sugar and like so many calories, and then people want to suck a few of those down, and it's like that's great. You just ingested like 800 calories of a freaking,
and I could eat a piece of chocolate fucking cake.
I'd rather eat my calories for sure.
Same.
So,
that's what I tell everybody. I eat my calories. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, this was fun. Speaking of eating, we should go get some food. We will go. I don't know. Is there anything else that we need to cover? But I think this was like a great episode, and I loved hearing all about your plastic surgery adventures and following you.
So many more. Yes.
Yeah.
Dr. Ashley Steinberg on Instagram.
Yep. I'm going to put your name.
Opening my new office next Friday. We're moving into my new office. I will show you at lunch. It is nothing like you've ever seen.
Oh, I'm so excited.
It's so badass. I had designers. It's like all me.
I need an excuse to come get a procedure. I want to come.
Or you can just come. It's not subdued. It's like my personality in an office.
Oh, that's cool.
It's colorful. Like my patient chairs are getting reupholstered as we speak in animal print, textured animal print.
Oh, fun.
Like the walls have wallpaper. It's just fun.
That's awesome. I love that.
There will be
I love
candy.
going to a doctor's office that has feeling behind it.
Yeah, no, it's not the white sterile environment that I want you to want to come there. I want people to take pictures. I want people to feel a sense of like calm and relief and excitement as opposed to, oh my God, I'm in a doctor's office and I'm nervous. And so it's, I definitely haven't seen anything like it. And I put a lot into it, mentally, financially, physically, emotionally, all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's a representation of
year. So, and I'll be there for the next 8 years. So we will be moving in next Friday. It's like the culmination. I found the place in November and we're moving in October. So it's almost a whole year. So
that's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm going to have a grand opening party in January, February. I'll tell you all about it for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. I'm so excited for you. That's big news. I'm glad you shared that. So guys, I'm going to drop Ashley's information all in the notes, and then we'll put some clips and tag her so that she's, you can easily find her, follow her. She's so much fun. And if you're in the Houston area, now you know who to go check out and visit. But
yeah, if you want plastic surgery, if you want candy, and if you want to go try a new workout class, I'm down to do that too.
Yes, or climb a rock wall, get her back into it. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for listening to another episode of Until It's Done, a Devoted podcast.